Is your diesel engine struggling to start in the morning cold, or running poorly with an active check engine light glaring at you from the dash? A tiny, often overlooked valve might be the exact reason why. Today we are breaking down the diagnostic trouble code P04A8, which means exhaust pressure control valve B circuit low. This code typically applies to diesel vehicles from manufacturers like Volkswagen, Audi, and Toyota. The exhaust pressure control valve, or EPC, is a solenoid-controlled valve that regulates exhaust back pressure during cold temperatures. This clever system helps increase cabin heat faster, aids in cold weather starting, and speeds up windshield defrosting. The powertrain control module, also called the PCM, uses data from the exhaust back pressure sensor, the intake air temperature sensor, and the manifold absolute pressure sensor to control this valve. When the computer detects a low signal in the B circuit of this system, it usually indicates a short circuit. If you have this code, you will definitely see an illuminated check engine light. You might also face increased tailpipe emissions, noticeably poor engine performance, and very hard starting conditions when the engine is cold. The most frequent causes for this specific code are a faulty exhaust pressure control valve, damaged or shorted wiring, or in rare cases, a completely faulty powertrain control module. To solve this problem, you need to begin with a thorough visual inspection of the exhaust pressure control valve and all its corresponding wiring. Look closely for loose connections or damaged wire insulation. If everything looks visually intact, you will need to test the solenoid itself. You can do this by removing the connector and using a digital multimeter set to ohms. Connect the meter between the solenoid B+ terminal and the ground terminal. If the meter displays an out-of-limits reading, often shown as OL, it means there is an open circuit and the solenoid must be replaced. Next, you need to check the power side of the circuit on a cold engine. With the ignition on, use your multimeter set to DC volts to check for a 12-volt power supply at the solenoid harness. You also need to verify the ground portion of the circuit by checking for continuity to the chassis ground. If the wiring, the ground, and the solenoid all test perfectly fine, but the system still fails, the computer itself might not be sending the reference voltage. Because diagnosing advanced electrical shorts and testing powertrain computers requires specialized factory wiring diagrams and multimeters, this is the perfect time to hand the keys over to a certified master technician. Getting a professional diagnosis will save you from guessing and randomly replacing expensive parts.